by the properties, so you just have to stop there.
Got it, okay. Okay, so we're gonna close our closed meeting. Start this one. Should we have her come back in?
Now you have to open it. Oh, yeah. I'll get it.
But we need a motion. Never mind.
You good book there? Okay.
Did she leave?
No, she's here. She's coming in. She's reading the book.
At the beginning of the open closed meeting, I failed to read the agenda item, so for the record, I will read the closed meeting agenda item. Closed meeting pursuant to Minnesota statutes 13D.05 and subdivision .3C to develop or consider offer or counter offers for the purchase or sale of real or personal property located in Orinoco Township, which is a portion of parcel ID numbers 842-832-03999 and 842-822-075-351, and to review confidential or protected non-public appraisal date pursuant to Minnesota statutes 13D.05 subdivision 3, .C.2. The agenda item for this portion, this is also what was to have been read before the meeting. The agenda for this portion of the regular meeting is to develop or consider offer or counter offers for the sale of real property, portions of parcel ID numbers 842-832-03999 and 842-822-075-351, located in Orinoco Township, and to review confidential or protected non-public appraisal data. All right, so we're back in open session. And the next item on our agenda is resolution 2020-09. It's a resolution by the mayor and city council to the city of Orinoco, Minnesota, approving the acquisition of real property in Orinoco Township, Minnesota, and dispensing with review of the purchase by the Orinoco Planning Commission. So I make a motion that we approve resolution 2021-09 and with the written in value of $123,300.
Second.
Second. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of the resolution signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
No, you didn't mean to oppose, did you, Lori?
No, I just thought I'd wait until everyone else voted. So you could hear me.
Lori's back on.
Yeah,
Okay,
Lori's
good.
been
Thank you,
on
Lori.
Zoom for a while.
I didn't realize you'd come back on. All right. Stand, I can get action. Okay, so the next resolution is 2021-10. It's a resolution by the mayor and city council of the city of Orinoco, Minnesota, approving the acquisition of permanent and temporary easements in Orinoco, Minnesota, and dispensing with review of the purchases by the Orinoco Planning Commission.
So, Mayor, I can read the proposed motion.
If you would, Mike.
Be a motion to approve resolution 2021-10 and allowing a total compensation amount for the easements of $104,638.13 and allowing minor changes to the resolution as necessary.
Okay. Is there a second? Second. Jim, okay. All right, any discussion or comments?
I just want to make sure that it was okay that Mike read it, but did any of us actually make that motion?
Yeah, you have to say, I make that motion, or
Right, okay.
the motion, Mike, I'm sorry, wasn't listening. Did somebody?
I think we just had you read it, but I just want to be sure that we say that we make that motion that Mike read.
Exactly, you have to
And then-
adopt that.
So I make that motion.
Perfect, there you go, I'll do it.
And Jim seconded.
Any other comments? All right, seeing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye.
I,
That's approved. Thank you.
I gotta go to the Wabash City Council meeting now.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Very nice. Very good. With that, entertain a motion to adjourn. Just a minute.
We're gonna have Linda explain.
Well, two things.
Okay, yes.
First, did I miss it? Did you guys vote to, approve the hire of the public works director?
Of the Public Works Director?
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you guys take a vote?
Yes.
Did I miss that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we made
I
a
missed
motion,
that.
we made a motion to call candidate
Yeah.
okay, I guess not that it's my place, but I thought you guys,
Thank you
I
for
didn't
double
think-
checking on us.
anyway. The second thing is, yeah, do you want to have Linda go through a brief explanation of how easement valuations are made? She's the expert, she's here now. If you want to take the time and hear it, that's fine. If you don't, I understand.
Well, it might be helpful to the public, you know, because we can ask Linda anytime we want, but the public doesn't have access, so this would be a way for them to know. So,
Well, one thing for the public, Lynn and I are putting together a frequently asked questions document, and there'll be commentary, what is an easement, how are easement valuations calculated? There'll be an explanation in that document, but.
Sure.
So, anyway, whatever
if you
you,
have a, do you have a 1 minute pitch, Linda?
Well, sure. Basically, what we're acquiring from property owners are permanent and temporary easements. And we're not acquiring any property in fee for the landowners, of course, except for the treatment plant itself. And so the important thing for landowners to realize is that their property is, although it's being encumbered by a permanent or temporary easement, they still own the property underneath it. So it's not changing their size. It's not changing anything like that. The temporary easements are for 2.25 years, and then they go away. They aren't even recorded. The permanent easements are recorded at the county, and basically the compensation is calculated off data from the county. And the temporary easements, as I mentioned, they're 2.25 years, and I use the reversionary method, a MnDOT method that they request we use in determining the temporary easement amount. Yeah, we have 47 property owners, 67 easements, and basically that's my 1 minute spiel.
so for example, if you have an easement that covers 10% of your property, right? Easement value is 10% of your property value. It's that,
Area versus local area.
essentially that simple.
Good.
Correct, Linda?
That's right. Yeah, I'm using the estimated market values from the county, so it's fair to everybody. It's a really good way to figure compensation for property owners, because typically it's pretty straightforward.
Perfect.
Well, each person will get this 8.5 by 11 exhibit A in the letter to them.
Yeah, they'll get essentially an offer letter that kind of talks about what the acquisition is and the compensation, and then there'll be a survey figure that says, this is what it looks like, and there's a figure there, and then there's a legal description that describes the easement on a meets and bounds basis. And then there's a minimum damage assessment that essentially describes, the easement size, the value of the property, the value of the easement, and shows that calculation, and then signed by Linda. So, yeah, there are a number of documents that we provide in conjunction with that ultimate offer letter.
So I have one question. In this particular example, you have a 25-foot wide permanent drainage and utility easement. And beside that, there's a 10-foot temporary easement. So why do you need two?
So the permanent easement essentially houses the facility, right? But we need somewhere to pile the dirt.
Okay.
And so the temporary easement allows us to pile the dirt adjacent to the trench for the utility. And then the temporary easement goes away when the dirt goes back in the hole and, we'll seed everything afterwards. But that's why,
Okay.
for most situations.
That's what I didn't quite, okay. And in the case when we were looking at the Fillmore County document that each of these is notarized too. Each of these individual ADA easements are notarized by Geraldine.
Yeah,
and we sign.
yeah. Notarized, so, yeah, we confirm who signs it and it's notarized and then ultimately they get recorded at the county.
Recorded, right.
Mhm.
For just the property, not the easements.
Well, the easement gets recorded at the.
A document describing the easement, there's an exhibit within the document, and then it's notarized, signed by the people. And then the permanent documents are recorded at the county. The temporary usually are just housed in city hall or whatever. For that 2.25 years, you don't even have to record temporaries. Typically, I don't see them recorded.
Okay.
Just a side note, people are concerned about the assessments, even the title companies now. I got 2 titles in here today when I was working in the clerk office. And basically, we just do a water delinquent response in our assessment search back to the title company. And this, twice people have come back and said, well, don't you have a sewer assessments yet? No, it's October 2023 or something.
Well, I think you do have a pending assessment at this point.
So
So,
it depends on the property and where they're at too.
yeah, but if they're included in the property or in the project boundary, I believe, after the public improvement hearing, you have a pending
Sewer?
assessment. I think so.
We'll talk. I mean, I'm just,
Yeah.
if there is, I didn't know where to look for it. If there isn't, I'm not sure where it's at. In our records.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so definitely a side issue there. Okay. Motion to adjourn.
Second,
I'll make, Dan?
or I made a motion. I thought you-
Dan makes
Type of last name.
a second. Lindsay, you want a second?
Second,
All right, good. Linda, thank you for your time
thank you.
and working on our easements. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
All those in favor of adjourning at 8 o'clock, signify by saying aye.
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 Motion adjourned. Super. All right.